Hello my beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. For those who are new, hi, my name is Victoria and I'm here to share with you my passion about makeup and skincare. So if you still haven't joined my family, please make sure to subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so you will be notified about my future videos. Also follow me on Instagram and I have a TikTok account with the same username. If you're following social media accounts that post new launches and specifically maybe Trend Mode or Fenty by themselves, you definitely heard how big of a launch was this Fenty Beauty new foundation, and we couldn't skip this. Like, why would we do that, right? In today's video, we're gonna check out new launch from Fenty Beauty, and this is Soft Lit Naturally Luminous Hydrating Longwear Foundation that retails for $40. It comes in 50 shades, guys. 50 shades. I mean, if somebody would do 50 shades, it would be definitely Fenty. I love how they stepped into the makeup world even at the beginning with huge color ranges and so inclusive. Maybe not of the formulas are my favorites because some stuff just didn't work for me. We're gonna talk about this in a moment, but some of the products I definitely would recommend to other people. And I do, even on my table, I do have so many formulas from their complexion products that I use, so that tells definitely a lot considering that I have dry sensitive skin and so many different things just fit my skin. But let's start talking about actually the foundation and how similar the packaging is to the original soft matte finish, because guys, this is the luminous one and this is the soft matte. I do have here shade 175 in a soft matte foundation. This was my last year's summer color, but now I got 120 that used to be my color in a soft matte. I was kind of in between 120 and 125. It was quite difficult for me to nail the color considering how badly this soft matte foundation was oxidizing. So if this product will oxidize as bad as the original one, I call it original, but this is like a soft matte one, it's gonna be a deal breaker for me because I do like to get my makeup done without any issues. I hate applying stuff and then seeing after like half an hour that my face looks completely different. This is like a big no for me because I do have a lot of things here that I absolutely love, and if I can use them and have no issue, why I have to spend extra $40 on something that gives me some troubles? But supposedly, from what I read, at least in reviews, people say that it's not oxidizing as bad as the soft matte one, so I'm very excited. The finish is supposed to be very lightweight and you can build this from the medium to full coverage. This used to be the same stuff. So what troubles I had with the soft matte? First of all, when I would apply this to my skin, it would oxidize like crazy, like I mentioned, so technically it was quite interesting for me to play with those shades. I owned 120, 125 and 175. I'm pretty sure 120 and 125 I decluttered because they just went bad, and remember that liquid products tend to go bad like every other makeup stuff. Remember that. So 175 I used one time, I'm not even gonna lie, but then I believe either I started using again Charlotte Tilbury, something happened that just, you know, sometimes when I get a hold of some other stuff that just goes with my routine better, I just stick to that product. And new launches, new stuff, you know, I kind of forgot about this foundation. When I used to work at Sephora, this wasn't something that everybody would love. The color story would definitely fit a lot of skin tones specifically, not even like shades by themselves, but undertones. There were so many undertones. The Fenty foundation carries also olive undertone that's so hard to find. I found it so easy to shade match with Fenty foundation, but it's always tricky because you need to wait a little bit. So I would shade match person's undertone perfectly, but I would give it slight like time to oxidize, you know, so I would pick like a little lighter shade but the same undertone the person has, and that's how I would nail the color. So on some people's skins, I would say from normal to oily skin, this foundation looks almost blurry on the face. Meanwhile on my skin, because I have dry skin, it looks more patchy and dry. My skin is very dehydrated, especially in certain time of my life when, you know, when my body doesn't feel as good as it could possibly feel. But, you know, we'll go through some stages, and especially like when we're going from one season to another, there's always can be, you know, switch that you need to do in your skincare, in your makeup, in a lot of things. So yeah, I didn't feel like this was my foundation, and I tried few colors and I didn't even return them. I kept using them and mixing them, and at some point I realized it's way too much work for me. for me specifically. This one's supposed to have natural luminous finish. It's supposed to be lightweight formula that's gonna give you that natural glowy look. So it's not supposed to have any shimmer pieces, which is absolutely amazing. As you can tell right now, I do have just some lip oil on. My eyebrows are done. I like to do that. And I applied some skincare, so you see still my face is quite red. There's like so much stuff going on, but I was gonna leave it like that and make sure that I'm not using any primer that wouldn't possibly work with this foundation. So I decided to prep my face, make it nice and plump, so I'll know for sure how this foundation will work for me. Today we're gonna do this. We're gonna apply this foundation. I'm gonna tell you how it looks by itself. I hope the color is still good because I'm not sure do they quite like fully match. I used to be 120, 125, so I'm hoping that 120 neutral is gonna fit my skin. If no, I mean, I can always use bronzer, or I can always play with this and make it work for me. Hopefully it's gonna be a good shade because I'm gonna go to work. And the best wear test for us, guys, as you know, it's the real wear test, the true test, the work test. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna show you how this foundation looks with all makeup on, and I'll show you how it looks at the end of the night. I think throughout the day I will be able to look in the mirror and actually see how it goes, and hopefully everything will go smooth so I can recommend this to you guys. But for now, what we're gonna do, I'm gonna try this on finally because I was literally dying to try this on. But I do want to show you a slight difference. If you're looking at a soft matte finish, first of all, at Sephora it is I believe even 50% off. I think it's like either almost 50 or 50% off, so it is on sale. And do you remember they used to have a like foundation in a tube that was like squeezable tube, and it was also kind of like dewy foundation? That one a lot of people loved, a lot of people hated. So I honestly, personally, I didn't mind this. I wouldn't use it for my skin, but with shade matches it was quite good because it was very smooth, very lightweight. I feel like this launch is supposed to be such a big launch considering how much buzz it got, so I'm really hoping that it's going to be a good one. With the packaging, I do want to mention that there is a difference. So soft matte, first of all, it doesn't have anything on the cap. Meanwhile, this one has Fenty logo on the cap. When you're looking up close, you see that the shape is different. It's slightly different. The shape they gave for the new foundation is very nice actually. I quite like it. I do want to mention that it has 12 months of a shelf life. You do need to shake it before using. Also, it has glass bottle and it has a pump like her other one, which is amazing, and it feels like it has this like frosted glass. If you know Fenty, you know what I'm talking about. Also, it does have 32 milliliters and it's made in Korea. So I do also have here skin tint, and if you're watching my videos, you probably know how obsessed I am with this product. This is amazing, amazing, amazing. Considering that I like medium coverage, this gives me everything I need. If we're talking about the stick, I didn't hate it. I still have it here, and the color I feel like is really nice. I'm not reaching for this as much as for other products. I feel like every time I'm using this, I use so much product that it's like I almost feel bad. In this skin tint, I'm number 2, and in the stick, I'm number 2 as well. So I'm hoping that I nailed the color with this foundation as well. I like Fenty complexion products. Not everything works for me, I'm not gonna lie, but I'm still at the stage where I'm loving what she's doing, and this is one of that celebrities brands when you're looking at the brand and you see that they're doing a damn great job, and I'm here for it. It's also supposed to be waterproof, humidity, sweat, and transfer resistant. With being transfer resistant, let's be honest guys, liquid foundations, there's no way it's gonna be transfer resistant. Yes, maybe it's gonna give you that finish when your hair, when it will touch the foundation, will not be sticking to the foundation or will not have foundation on. But the thing about transfer proof, transfer resistant, it's just, you know, let's say you're hugging somebody, right, and they have black jacket, right? You tell me that foundation will not transfer on the jacket. It will. It will. Don't tell me no, because I know it will. I tried multiple foundations that claim the same, but so far didn't have a great experience. Also, I want to mention that they launched such a cute brush, and I do like Fenty brushes. Sometimes when I'm looking at the price ranges, they are slightly cheaper than, for example, Sephora Pro brushes. I do really like Sephora Pro brushes though. I think they're expensive, they're quite pricey, I'm not gonna lie. For one brush you would pay like from 18 to like 30 something dollars, right? But Fenty brushes are quite nice. I decided I already have foundation brushes and a lot of them, so I'm not gonna splurge on the brush. I'd rather try the foundation with you guys and see how it's gonna go. So yeah, let's do that. Okay, so I think I'm gonna start with the brush. I'm gonna apply a little bit of the foundation on the back of my hand, and then as I go, I'm gonna start applying this to my face. And I am using Pro Foundation brush number 56 from Sephora collection. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna apply it on one part of the face, and then what we're gonna do, we're gonna wait a little, and then I'm gonna cover my other part of the face, so we'll see. Will it oxidize or no? Oh, I think it's a really good match. Quite impressed. I think I could go with 125, but if it will oxidize again, it may be just a perfect match. So I ordered this from Sephora directly, and why I did this is because I'm a Rouge member still, and I spend way too much money at Sephora, I'm not gonna lie. But one good thing about being a Rouge member is that you get like a first access, so I got this on my feed and I immediately decided to purchase this because first of all, first access is always a good thing, and I really wanted to try this product, so that definitely worked out for us. Okay guys, so I did apply this to one part of my face, and I'm not gonna lie, what I see right now is gorgeous, flawless finish. I am obsessed. Truly, it blended so nicely into my skin. I think we're loving it. What do you guys think? Look at that. It looks so smooth, so even, almost like my skin, but way better. I do want to wait a little bit before applying the foundation on this part of my face because I want to give it some time to possibly oxidize. Or maybe not. We'll see. Okay guys, are we ready to see how the other side is gonna look? I'm gonna use sponge with the other side and let's see. So here's the foundation when it just applied. This is literally the best way for you to see is it oxidizing or no. Truly, you can see it's slightly lighter, but it doesn't give me that crazy difference. I can still see that this looks quite deeper, and honestly I'm happy that I got 120, not 125, because now based on my neck, I didn't apply anything on my neck. I usually do drag my foundation towards my neck area, but yeah, I see a difference. It's not as crazy and drastic as the previous foundation, soft matte one, but I just want you guys to be aware that there is a slight oxidizing process going on, but it's not as bad as the one we all know. Okay, my beautiful people, I'm just loving the finish of this foundation. It doesn't give me a greasy feel, it's drying out so fast and it feels so nice, almost like a velvety finish. It does oxidize a little bit, we still can see this. This part of my face is still a little lighter. Either way, I'm looking at my face, it feels lightweight, it feels so nice, and it feels like a good medium coverage. It doesn't feel like something heavy, it's definitely lightweight, doesn't have any shimmer pieces, gives you that natural luminous look just like it claims to give, which is amazing. I'm very excited, honestly. You know me, if I don't like stuff, you're gonna know. You're gonna know at the end of the video, I can promise you. But if I love something, I definitely will make sure to suggest you this foundation, and hopefully this video is gonna be helpful for you guys. I do wanna go and apply my makeup. I'm gonna do my full face of makeup. Probably I'm gonna have also my breakfast because it's about time, and then we're gonna see how everything looks with full makeup on, and at the end of the night we're gonna make our decision. We're gonna see the wear test, and I'll let you know, is it worth your money and is it something that you need to go and pick up for yourself? Maybe it is, maybe it's not. We'll see. Alright my loves, I'm back and my makeup is ready. I'm about to go to work, but I do want to mention a few things. So what I've noticed when I was applying other products is, let's start probably from the good part. This foundation is gonna hold up probably so nicely because it is drying out in such an interesting way. Because when I'm thinking about Luminous foundation, I think about something that's gonna dry out a little tacky, you know, so you need to use powder sometimes, but this one gives you very, almost like, I don't want to call it matte finish, but it's not tacky, like it's getting into your skin and staying there. So I do feel like when they're talking about transfer resistant, it may possibly be the closest you can get. You know what I mean? When I applied other products, I had no issues with my bronzer or blush or highlighter. Everything was working so nicely. The only thing I had, my nose, it started kind of like peeling a little bit when I was applying other products on, so I'm not sure what's the trick. Maybe it's because I used the retinol yesterday, so it may be that problem. So I do want to keep this in my mind when I'm gonna make my full opinion about the foundation at the night. but overall it looks good. It's definitely slightly heavier than, for example, skin tint, but it does feel so nice. It feels like something that's gonna stay on your face put for a very long time. Very excited, honestly very intrigued. So hopefully I'll have good news for you in the night. If no, we'll discuss all the stuff that's gonna happen throughout the day with me today in order to make our final opinion. But for now, guys, I'm gonna go and work and I'll be right back. For you it's gonna be like a second, but you'll see probably my very tired face because I'm gonna probably film around 10 p.m. so I'm gonna wear this for 11 hours. I think that's gonna be a fair wear test. Okay, my loves, I'm gonna see you in a bit. Okay, my beautiful people, I'm back, and I honestly didn't even expect to have such a long wear test. I was running errands and apparently I had way too many errands for this evening, so it's 11 p.m. and I'm filming this part of the video. But hey, we can see how this foundation looks on me, and I have stuff to tell you. Should we start from the good stuff or from the bad stuff? Let's start from the good stuff. So when I was looking at my face throughout the day, I could definitely tell you guys that my face looked very fresh. It didn't look heavy. The coverage I had looked like my skin, but better. I mentioned this when I was applying this foundation, and it was like that just throughout the day. It looked good, it looked fresh, it didn't get as oily as I would get, for example, with my skin tints. Most of the time when I would have such a long working day, I would definitely struggle quite a bit with my T-zone. Now you can see that there's oily parts, but we're gonna get to the point. The overall look I really loved. I do want to mention that it oxidized slightly more, but not as crazy as soft matte finish, not even close. So if you was scared just like me, if you was worried will it oxidize just like the previous version, no, it's not. It is oxidizing, but it's not as crazy. I feel like every foundation you wear, you need to give it some time to kind of adjust to your skin, because every formula is adjusting to your skin. A lot of things happening. It's obviously chemical process and so many things happening. Depends on what skin you have, what skin type, and how the formula works with your skin. 50 shades. I feel like there's definitely possibility for you to find your true match, and right now I'm so happy because this shade doesn't look as orange on me as 120, 125 looked in the previous one, because I did still feel that, I mean, I'm neutral. Sometimes I find the neutral colors to be a little orangey on me. With this shade I didn't feel that way, and honestly I felt like I was wearing something very lightweight, very nice and very breathable for my skin. I didn't have any breakouts, and this is another thing that happens to me time to time when I use new products, and it happens so fast that, you know, my skin reacts like crazy. It reacts like immediately on new formulas. I do feel like it definitely was pretty hydrating and pretty breathable for my skin, which is absolutely amazing. So I did enjoy the wear test. Let me tell you the parts that I feel like a little complicated. So let's talk about the negative part. When you look at my skin, you definitely can see that there is like a chin area that, I mean, it's normal. I had such a rough day, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, but this part lost its coverage, which is normally not the part that loses coverage for me. It is a T-zone, but this part doesn't look as crazy as it looks right now, because you can see my chin literally, it's just showing through. When I was applying the foundation, right away I could see that my nose had issues. I had some kind of peeling going on, so make sure that you're very careful with prepping your face. There's possibility that retinol the night before, or maybe even my moisturizer didn't absorb properly on the nose area when I was applying foundation. Still was kind of like didn't set itself. But also when I was wearing foundation, I don't know, can you see guys, but my under eye area looks dry, and it looks drier than normal because I do use skin tints normally. As I mentioned before, I like good medium coverage but not very crazy. But this time I can see that I was wearing foundation, like straight up foundation, because my under eye area is drier, which also can be a result of the retinol. But honestly I am using a good retinol and I've been using this for quite some time, so I don't normally experience this. But at the same time, you know, you kind of need to wear foundation for some time to see, because you know, one day your skin can feel amazing and your foundation will wear amazingly. Another day you just have anything happening in your life and you're just stressed, or your skin is stressed, and all of this influence the way how makeup looks on your skin. So I totally understand that. I did get oily, and I'm not gonna lie guys, I got oily closer to the end of the night, which is absolutely amazing. I didn't set my face with powder, and if I did, I probably wouldn't even get oily. So I do feel like this product may possibly something that people will absolutely like. It took me some time to realize this because I was on the fence about the oxidizing process and stuff. I do own a lot of complexion products from Fenty, and I feel like maybe not every product necessarily worked for my skin, like that foundation in a soft matte finish. I still have it. I feel like I'm giving it a good hope. Maybe I'll use it again. I'm not even sure if it's still good at this point. 12 months. I don't think it's been 12 months, so I still can use it. Considering the fact that I used this like once, maybe even 2 times, but it's a max, I may try it again. But now I have my new obsession, and if you were thinking about this foundation and you was wondering is it anything good, I do want to tell you guys that I feel like this may be a very good launch. This has a big potential, and I think they improved the formula so well. It still gives you that nice natural finish, almost like slightly blurring. The finish, at first it feels very silky, almost feels like powdery finish, which is so interesting, but they did nail the formula, and I'm happy to tell you guys that I think I approved this. So tomorrow I'm off. I'm gonna definitely give it another shot. If something will change, I will mention the changes or any other things that I will notice in the description box down below, so check that. If anything will happen, I definitely will let you know there. Overall, I really enjoyed this wear test, and I hope I'm not gonna have any issues wearing this for the next few days and, you know, trying to incorporate this in my daily routine, because I feel like this may give me a lot of benefits considering how long wearing it was. The only thing, I will definitely keep an eye on my chin area, nose and under eye, since this area is very sensitive to any type of changes and products I'm using. So yeah, I'm gonna keep an eye on that. If you have oily skin, I would suggest you to set your face or use like blotting paper throughout the day, which will help you to kind of like control the oil. But this formula is not greasy whatsoever, so you're not supposed to have any issues. It has natural luminous finish, which means it's gonna give you very nice fresh looking skin without actually looking and feeling greasy. Okay guys, hope you enjoyed this video. I definitely had some good wear tests. I had a hard day, right, but I also had a very productive day, which is absolutely amazing. I did quite a bit of things in the morning time, then after work it was like a whole another level. So yeah, I enjoyed this day quite a bit. I hope you have an amazing week, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, like always, leave me all of them, questions, concerns, all the good stuff, leave me under this video. I'm so sleepy, so I think I'm about to go. But before leaving, I do want to teach you another Ukrainian word, and I think we're gonna learn how to say today in Ukrainian. So if you want to say today in Ukrainian, you would say it like сьогодні, сьогодні, сьогодні. And yeah guys, thank you so much for staying till the end of this video. I love you all very much, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.